There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotion had an echo in so much space. When you out there without care, I was out of time. But it wasn't because I didn't know, no. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. I hope that you're having the time of your life. Think twice. That's my only advice. Who do you think you are? Oh, bless your soul. You think you're in control? I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes had the heart, lose their lives out on the land.
And I remember. Hey, everybody. Happy Easter, long Easter weekend. It's great to have you guys. Hope you guys have had a fantastic long 4 days off from work. I know many of you left town, and for those of you that left Lusaka City, which is where we are, the big LSK, you will find it exactly the way you left it, intact. And incidentally, today is April Fool's Day. So what I decided to do, and I know many of you saw this, I posted on there that a Chinese firm had bought and we had sold Simoson to a Chinese firm. Of course, that's ridiculous. We would never do that. Simoson is never for sale. And I remember a few years ago. Well, no, it's been a few years. It's been about maybe 8 years ago. There was a big German company that came here. They wanted to buy the building, and it was a big chunk of money. But we always have this sense of preserving history and preserving legacy. So the issue for us is not about selling the building. That's not even a conversation that we have. So I only threw that up there just for you, just to a little daytime humor. You know, it being April the 1st and all, I figured let me throw that up on there. But I tell you what I did love. I could tell from the comments, many of you have caught the spirit of this place. Many of you know that that is something that we wouldn't do. We typically wouldn't do that. And we're not even thinking of doing that. So I was very pleased to see in the comments that no, well, you can't do that. You're right. I wouldn't. We wouldn't. So anyway, it's Saturday. My elbows are a bit ashy, and I should have brought some lotion with me. I don't have any lotion. So I am deliberately avoiding showing you my elbows. Of course, I did that in the first few frames of this broadcast. And for those of you that care to know, for all the nosy people in the world, as Michael Jackson used to say, for all the nosy people in the world, you can rewind and check out my ashy elbows, but I'm trying to fix that. A few shout outs to you guys. No volume? No? It's Monday. Isn't it Monday today? Somebody says no volume. Tell me in the comments. Who is that? Carol. Yes, it's Monday. You know, that's one of the most startling comments you could ever read. You're doing your live and somebody says to you, no volume, immediately. That stops you in your tracks. That just, what? No volume? It just totally, we can hear you, Vamware, loud and clear. Thank you, Charity. I think sometimes people do that deliberately, just to throw you off. Of course, sometimes you'll have people that care about your broadcast, and if there's something wrong with your audio, they will let you know. But I think there are people who just deliberately do that to throw you off. And trust me, it is a big throw off. All righty, let's get into this. Somebody says loud and clear. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Carol, I see you. Lord Daniel, I see you. Who is that? Lord Daniel Banda. Greetings, Mr. Muewa, and other viewers. Greetings to you. Let's get into it. Before we get into that, let me just very quickly mention here that I was reading the paper and I came across an article that caught my attention. And I want to sort of sprinkle some SML TV dust on it. And this has to do with Six and former President Lungu's unsolicited advice. Lungu was invited to an event. He was invited to a church to launch a book at a local church somewhere. And he took that opportunity to sort of speak to the current administration, saying to them, wake up, take advantage of our experience as a former government. If you're having difficulties leading this country, wake up, approach us, speak to us, because we've been down that road before. Basically, the sixth and former President Lungu was saying to HH and his new administration, if you guys don't know what to do, ask us. We've done it before. Well, the truth is, sixth and former President Lungu, your advice is not only unsolicited, it's not given in good faith. It's given with a political slant. It's given with a tinge of sarcasm. It's speaking, it's screaming skullduggery. It's giving false empathy. The only reason the former and sixth president is saying that is because he knows good and hell well, he knows HH would never ask them for anything because their advice is given in bad faith. Can you imagine for a moment what people like Raphael Savimbi Hajaka Nakachinda would do if it peaked, if information went out there that HH was seeking advice from the former head of state? In this political climate, in Zambian politics, real politics, you think people like Raphael Savimbi Hajaka Nakachinda, people like Bomani, Crazy Hell Lusambo, you think those boys would let it go? Raphael would stand on the highest mountaintop and say, Mwamona, Tuare Mieba, Tabe Shiva Fiware Chita, they're even asking us for help. Well, newsflash, HH doesn't need your help. He's doing just fine without you. Former and sixth President Lungu, we love you, but your advice is unsolicited and it has no place in modern day real politics because your advice is not only in bad faith, It's got a tinge of ulterior motive. That's what it's got. It's got a tinge of sarcasm. It's got a tinge of skullduggery. And we all know, and we know HH would never do that because there's no reason for him to do that. He's got a very competent team that are steaming this nation forward. HH is a very competent team that are steering this nation in the right direction. He doesn't need by Edgar Lungu and his time. By Edgar Lungu had his time. He had his bit. In the words of former and late President Rupiah Banda, I've done my bit. In the same way, by the same token, in the same vein, former and sixth President Lungu should adopt that mantra. I've done my bit. In the words of Beyonce, to the left, step aside, step aside, step aside. Let somebody else step onto the plate and do their thing. So, in a nutshell, HH doesn't need your help, sixth and former President Lungu. He's doing fine without you. That's the truth. But we do love you, though. I mean, just so you know. All righty. I saw this on the, this has been trending. This word here, last couple of days. And I felt it apropos. I did. I felt it utterly incumbent upon me to share with you, not only to define what this is, but to also teach you how it's pronounced. In Zambia, everybody mispronounces this word. This is tortoise. It's not tortoise. And guys, here's the thing. You don't even need an accent to say this word. You don't. You don't have to, as we say in Zambia, you don't have to slang. In Zambia, slang means you're speaking with an accent, okay? You don't have to say this word with an accent. Just say it the way it was meant to be said. Tortoise. A tortoise, as you know, is a reptile. Now, I know some of you have difficulties defining what a reptile is. In order for you to understand what a tortoise is, you have to, first of all, understand that not only is it a reptile, but you also have to know what a reptile is. A reptile is an air-breathing animal like a lizard, snake, or crocodile. Those are reptiles, okay? They can, some can go in the water, hold their breaths for a long time, but they can't breathe in the water. A tortoise is a reptile that is land-based. It's got a huge domed-shaped shell. Okay, you know what dome means? A dome, like a big. Imagine a dome. You know what a dome is? It's like a domed-shaped shell, and the tortoise walks on land, and it lives on the land. Very different from a turtle. A turtle has a more streamlined shape, okay, that is more adapted to swim in the ocean, in the water. That's a turtle, okay? And again, you don't need an accent for this. You can say turtle. That's fine. You don't have to say turtle. You can say turtle, okay? So let's go through it. Tortoise is a land-based animal, reptile. It's got a big dome-shaped shell. It can even retract into its shell. It can pull its head back into its shell, and its legs, the legs can retract into the shell. It walks on the land. It doesn't live in the water. That is a tortoise, not a tortoise. No, that one is a tortoise. Now, don't say tortoise. Okay, that's you are adulterating the word. You are butchering the word tortoise, not the tortoise. All righty. And lastly, turtle. A turtle of the same family, but it's got a more streamlined shell, more adapted to swim in the ocean, in the water. That's a turtle. Okay. I thought I'd share that with you. I felt it important to do that. I did. I got up this morning with that on my heart. In the words of Pastor Haley, I had it on my heart to share that with you. I did. Bo Allen. Bo Allen says, "Now for him, Buffalo." That means you've cracked my ribs. You've cracked my ribs. In Zambia, we say, you've cracked my ribs. It's true. All righty. Well, hey guys, thank you for watching. God bless. Let me highlight a couple of your comments here. Oh, somebody says, it says that Fool's Day news flash we saw this morning, is the building for sale or not? No. I just put that up there. We are not going to sell this building. It's not for sale. I just did that because it's April Fool's Day. I was sharing earlier about 8-9 years ago, some German company came here. They offered us, I think it was $5 million or something. We said, no, this building's not for sale. This is about legacy. It's not about that. Okay, so we don't think that way. Ask the next generation, or the 10th generation from now. Ask those mwewas. Ifwena nshikade twaya kade twaya kumulu fiabwe fyo. But we do instill in all these guys that this building is not for sale. Okay, that's the one thing my late father used to say to us all the time: never sell this building, never sell it. You know, every my dad and I could be having lunch, and we could be talking about, you know, politics or the environment. At some point during the conversation, my dad will turn to me and say, "Oh, by the way, son, never sell that building." So it was always on his mind. So because it was always on his mind, it was ingrained in all of us. I mean, it literally, it's like a part of us. We don't think of selling at all. Okay. Well, hey guys, thought I'd share that with you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.